So, at CroutonRamon'sHouseOfMath.com, what do you get with a passport for $1,249? Well, this is going to be the short version, allegedly, the short version, because there's so much stuff that you get for your $1,249, and I'm not going to click on any links. I'm just going to scroll on this one page, and it goes on forever. So you get all access, that's unlimited access to all the pages for $1,249. You get passport, plus you get all kind of extras. So you teach your kids math with one passport. Right now, it's now actually I have to change this. It's 8 passwords because if you pay $12.49, you get McRae's page too, which has its own password, which is unique, and that's 30 hours. See, there are places where for 30 hours you're going to pay $12.49 just for 30 hours, and that's all you're going to get. Well, this is just one of the passwords. There's 7 more after McRae's page. No more piecing together resources. You get access to every course lesson Crouton Ramon's ever made for life. Now, that says ever made, not ever will make. So everything that I've made up until this point, you get direct help from me by email or by vid chat. Thousands of videos and hours of content that grows with your kids. Passports are available for just $12.49 for a lifetime membership. There's 15 years worth of content on this website at the moment. And there's a blog that has many, many, many blog posts on it for. See, and I can tell stories about the blog where people went to binge watch on the blog and then they went and passed an algebra test. And they credit binge watching my blog. Now, I can't guarantee that, and that's just a story, anecdotal evidence. You may or may not have the same experience. Probably not, actually. But if you get my web pages and the passwords that go along with, let's see here. You can click on this, and there's a whole other avenue I'm going down. But right now, you can get McRae's page and click over here where it says McRae's page for more details there. Like I said, I'm not going to click around on this video because if I do, it'll take way too long. We'll never get done. But what do you get? Well, you'll figure out how to solve this problem quickly, easily, and with no issue, as you've seen before. Like I said, Jerry got many, many miles out of this one problem because we show you how simple this problem is, and that any little child, once they see what they're doing, this is no big deal. And there's all of my books and PDFs. This is the Curious Counters Compendium, which I'm very happy to say many have told me was their child's favorite book growing up, or is there currently their child's favorite book, because it's a fun book that teaches math. And that's why I made the thing in the first place, because when I was reading my son's stories, there were no books that did math, hardly any. And since we were reading the same bedtime stories over and over again, I decided to write one of my own. Okay, you'll also get now as an added bonus with that 1249, 30 lessons with this little boy. So, and let's say you don't have 1249 and you just want to get started. Well, for $100, I'll start training you, and you can get more training. Come here and click on these links and go check for yourself. And that more training will give you hours and hours. This is basically a freebie. I'm trying to separate the men from the boys because if you won't pay the $100, well then, because for $100 you're getting a whole lot more than $100 worth of training. Because I want you to get started, and as this guy says, and as others, new stuff added all the time. Right? There's not a year that goes by that I don't add more stuff. So right now, what the passport is basically 4 passwords, which is module 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus the algebra course, plus more training. Right? This is training. That's it. And then one of these passwords is training. Right? It's the what do you call it? The module 2 is basically training. And the way this is set up is very simple. I have modules. Module 1 is basically PDFs, and you get Series A manuals. These are some of the best things that you're going to find from the Mortensen Company. I highly recommend Series A manuals. My Easy Peasy PDF and more PDFs, all for this $100. Plus, there's a whole bunch of videos. Plus, the Series A manual. There's 10 of them, and you get videos that show you what to do and how to do it with the Series A manuals. And that's just Module 1. All right. Then there's Module 2, which is teacher training. Look, it's $400. Why is it $400? Because there's so much training here. And this is training you're not going to get anywhere else. There isn't anybody, you can't go someplace else to another trainer and get this training because they don't have it. And this is very annoying to some people because they think that there's other people out there training you on how to use base 10 blocks, and it turns out not. And it turns out some people that claim to use base 10 blocks, like, oh, I don't know, Matthew C., don't use base 10 blocks to teach algebra. I use base 10 blocks from counting through calculus, and my calculus isn't my calculus because you'll see that there are people that have made videos that are better than mine, that use base 10 blocks, and you'll recognize the blocks when you see their videos, and you'll find those on the allegedly advanced algebra page. You'll now find it on McRae's page, where I send you to a YouTube channel that uses base 10 blocks to teach mathematics, and it happens to be calculus. All right, then here's the site-wide pass. It's $250, and just for this one password. But this is the most bang for the buck, by far. Take it from me. I built the website for $250. This gives you multiple courses now in addition, subtraction, fractions. This also gives you many, many, many pages. And here, let's go down further. We'll skip through here. There's Module 1, which was what I was talking about before, and all the different links to various PDFs and manuals and all the stuff that comes with Module 1. There's parent-teacher training, which is what I was just talking about, where you get hours and hours of training. And then Module 3, look at this. Okay, so you get many, many pages. The concepts page, which gives you the basic concepts, that math is 5 basic concepts and variations on those themes. And if you can count to 9, identify a rectangle, tell if something's same or different or not, we can teach you math, period. Okay, so that's the concepts page. And then here's the password protected PDFs page, which is, so for this $250, it's kind of like getting Module 1, but it's like Module 1 Lite. But I wanted to make sure you had a bunch of PDFs and you didn't have to spend an extra $100 to get them. All right, and then completing the square, where we play with square numbers. Percentages is going to blow your mind, I guarantee it. Problem solving, also going to blow your mind. Many, many, many sample lessons. Actual lessons with Sarah, an autistic girl. I'll show you what I did as much as I could, where we went from 0 to 60 in about 3 years. And you'll see all those lessons on her page. Again, more sample lessons that you can shake your finger at. And then here's my own sons playing math when they were small. My next door neighbor's son playing math. Another friend of mine's daughter playing math. Example is the lesson. And then I used to have a huge amount of screencasts, and they got eaten when the technology changed. Anyway, and I haven't been keeping up with the screencast page. But there's right here for $250. This is hours and hours. It's going to take you months to get through Module 3. All right, and then for another $250, Module 4, allegedly advanced mathematics, right? That's why the advanced is in quotation marks. And the trig page alone is worth the cost of the whole password. But the idea is that allegedly advanced algebra now will teach you algebra. You'll come to these pages and it will blow your mind how easy and fun algebra and mathematics in general can be. And you'll understand functions and relationships. You'll understand how we got the derivation of pi. In fact, I showed this to some teachers, and they're like, "Why don't they just show us this? Like, why it's pi and how it because yes, it's easy when you see it. Derivation of the quadratic equation, some pre-calc, and this is where you'll find links to. Like I said, why would I reinvent the wheel when others have done it? And once you're at my website and you've gone through my lessons, their videos will completely, absolutely make sense. The super secret math Facebook page is worth your time and money. It's not free. You can get there for $1 a month though. But if you buy any password or buy my books or anything, you'll get a link and you'll be able to join the super secret Facebook page. And there's all kinds of cool stuff there. All you got to do is scroll because I put all kind of stuff behind that page. Sometimes I put hour-long lessons that other people paid $60 for. I don't do it very often, but if you scroll, you'll find them there. And over the years, that's turned into quite the scroll with lots and lots of Easter eggs for you if you click on messages and read the comments and so forth. And you're going to have to look for those Easter eggs because now, as you know, Facebook does the most relevant. And if you just click most relevant, oftentimes you'll miss the Easter eggs. So you're going to have to look at all comments and actually go dig around. Okay. So that's basically it. Those are the 4 basic passwords. That's the core of the website. That's basically $1,000 right there. And then throw on an algebra course for $250, and there you go. So for $9.99 and $250 more, and the algebra course is, if you take that algebra course, by the time you're done with the algebra course, you will pass an algebra class. Any high school or let's say entry-level college, basic college course, you'll pass it with my algebra course. And you can get that all by itself if you want. If you want to just get the algebra course all by its lonesome. But that's 30 hours. And then McRae's page, that's 30 hours. And then go over here to the Archaics page, make yourself a password, and you may have your mind blown even more. But what radicalized me was the fact that mathematics is actually easy, not hard. And I proved the point over and over again here. There are others that will try to tell you that math is hard. No, the methodology that they use is hard. And the fact that they can't seem to understand that their methodology is an utter and complete failure, and there is a methodology right here for $1,249 that will make counting through calculus easy and accessible to your children. All right, Crouton Ramon's houseofmath.com for more.